Okay, so today we are going to discuss about possible remedies of COVID-19 or novel corona COVID-19. Okay, so first of all, we have to know about how the coronavirus works or how the coronavirus affects our cells. All right? Okay, let's go. So how the coronavirus works is that, for example, this is our body cell, and this is that so-called the novel coronavirus. Okay, the coronavirus inside has got its instructing. Oops, it's too much thick. Has got an instructing material inside it, which we are calling it as the RNA. Okay, so what coronavirus does is that the coronavirus firstly attaches itself. Look, here is the attachment. Attaches itself with our living cell, and then what it does is that secondly it injects its RNA into our living cell. So this is what we call the first, the attachment of coronavirus, we call the adsorption, and then the virus gets into the cells to release its RNA material. Okay. Okay, so the RNA material is released into our cell. Then what happens is that there is a part inside our cell which we call the ribosome. Let me make it thicker, which we call the ribosome. Okay, so what happens is that this ribosome sits on this RNA and creates a cup and produces a protein. What happens? Let me tell you. The ribosome sits on. Oops. Sorry. I'm so sorry. The ribosome sits on this RNA and then moves along the RNA to produce a protein which is known as the RDRP. That means RNA dependent RNA polymerase. Okay, so first the ribosome sits on this viral RNA and produces a copy of this RNA. Okay, now secondly, then what happens? Now it's the function of RDRP. Okay, so RDRP now I'm making the mechanism short, not making it too long, and so I'm skipping many steps. Okay, so consider that this is this was ribosome color. Consider this is RDRP. Okay, so what happens is that RDRP now sits on this RNA and causes the synthesis of new RNA from here. Okay, so the virus has produced its informative materials or the nuclear materials. All right. Okay, now what happens is that that ribosome again sits on this newly synthesized RNA and produces some proteins which would actually is used by the bacteria to make its outer layer. Okay, so these are the short chain proteins. I'm showing it using yellow color. So these are the short chain proteins that this ribosome has used, this ribosome has moved along this RNA and has produced these short chain proteins. Okay. Now what would happen is that these short chain proteins would get combined together, encapsulating the informative material, that means the RNA material, and then they will be, and this will now be released from the cell, from this our body cell, okay, like this. So this is a new COVID-19 or coronavirus. Okay, so inside a cell, this process occurs several times, producing several copies of the viral RNA. Okay, not only one copy is produced, the several copies are produced from this single RNA, because because ribosome when it carries out the copying function, it doesn't does it only once, it does it several times. As well as the RDRP protein, it carries on functioning on the same RNA to produce many copies from a single RNA. Okay. For example, RDRP is sitting here on this RNA producing this copy, then RDRP would sit here producing another copy. Okay, it carries on functioning like this. So this is how the coronavirus works. Okay, it harms our body. Okay, so here we have the mechanism that how, or the pathophysiology, that how the coronavirus affects our living cells. Okay, now we are going to look at some possible remedial compounds and substances that might possibly act against the various activities of corona. Okay, first of all, I'm going to tell you about the thing which we call as the cinnamaldehyde. Okay, the cinnamaldehyde. Okay, just wait. Okay, the cinnamaldehyde, I'm going to tell you about it. Okay, so look, here. So the cinnamaldehyde is a compound which is found in cinnamon, and in Bangla which we call the joshtimodhu. Okay, sorry, in Bangla we call it the darchini. Okay, so in Bangla we call it the darchini. All right, now look, as the abstract says, this abstract has been taken from the pubmed.ncbi, from this website. Okay, so look, this compound, the cinnamaldehyde, has the ability to inhibit the viral protein synthesis at post-transcriptional level. I forgot to mention the term, the transcription. Transcription means producing the viral proteins or any kind of other proteins from the RNA. Okay. So look, this, according to this article, the transcription, that means the production of proteins from RNA, is inhibited by this compound, the cinnamaldehyde. Okay. So cinnamaldehyde affects or inhibits the production of virus proteins or transcription of the virus proteins, which is why the incorporation of the cinnamon, or in Bangla we call the darchini, may be used as a possible remedy against coronavirus. So, and now judging the dose, look, it says about injection, inhalation, Okay, all right. It says about 50 microgram in the cage per day. That means it's for the mouse. But somewhere I have found that it's about maybe 0.05 grams per day. That means 50 milligrams per day I have found in some cases. So that 50 milligram dose or 0.05 gram per day is exactly found in just 1 teaspoonful of darchini or the cinnamon. Um, so, if we take 1 teaspoonful of the cinnamon, or we apply 1 teaspoonful of cinnamon to the corona affected patient, then he or she might be cured. Still needs some test, but since there is no known cure till now, so we may use it. Okay, so this is my first proposal to find a medicine against coronavirus. But here I will not be just talking about the cinnamon, but I have I have plans about a combination of several natural ingredients, and I will be talking about all of them. And the first one of them was the cinnamon. Okay, now let's go to the second one. Now secondly, we will be dealing about piperine, which has its source as a black pepper. Okay, and in Bangla we call it golmorich. Okay, so what's going on is that um, black pepper. Okay, so black pepper has got the compound, the active ingredient. It has many active ingredients, but piperine is the most focusing ingredient of among all of them. Okay, so what does piperine do? Okay, piperine, first of all, piperine is very well known as bioavailability enhancer of a drug, of a medicinal molecule, because it inhibits the liver CYP enzymes that actually metabolizes the drug molecules. Okay, and the piperine also, for example, imagine a medicine molecule or a drug molecule is absorbed by your body cells for healing. Now sometimes body cells, like what you do, sometimes if you take a very bitter medicine which is required for you, you vomit it out, right? So sometimes our body cells also do it, like they vomit out the drug molecule, which we call the drug efflux. Piperine reduces the drug efflux incident, and also inhibits the liver CYP enzymes, which destroys the drug molecules. Okay, so if, for example, this is our liver. Okay, this is our liver. So if a drug molecule enters the liver, then through the blood, then the blood leaving the liver will sometimes have the destroyed drug molecules. But what does piperine do? Piperine inhibits the liver enzymes, so that the drug molecule that enters is unchanged and lives as a perfect, completely retained drug molecules that that remains active in your body for a very long time. Okay, and piperine has got some other effects. Now the other effects of piperine includes, like for example, due to a flu infection like COVID, your respiratory system may be inhibited, or you may suffer from respiratory depression. The piperine also acts acts against respiratory depression and results in the functioning, the continuous functioning and the health of your respiratory system. Okay, so piperine is also effective and is also it may be called as an auxiliary drug molecule in terms of the treatment of COVID. Okay, let me show you. This is a website from which I am taking examples. Okay, so look, black pepper is active against infection, disease like cholera, antibacterial, antiviral, antiseptic, anti-inflammatory properties. All right. Okay, then what does it do? Inflammation of the respiratory tract and sore muscles and joints. Okay, all right. Antioxidant, this is very natural because most of the natural ingredients acts as antioxidants. Okay, so there are many other proofs of the activity of piperines. You can browse over the internet. Okay, all right. Okay, it would be very much time consuming to go through the what do you say, like justification resource of all the ingredients. I'm just telling them shortly. Okay, so look, for example, now I will be talking about curcumin. Curcumin in Bangla, curcumin is the component of the herb of the supplement called the turmeric in medicines or in terms of vegetables, whatever you say. So curcumin is very important. Like it acts against all. It is active against most of the flu viruses by restricting their entry into the host cells, isn't it? Restricts their entry into the host cells. That means if this is your cell and this is the virus that is, for example, the coronavirus that is trying to invade your cell to inject its RNA, then curcumin will act here to restrict the entry of this virus into your cell. Okay, and curcumin has got the source of as turmeric. Okay, and in Bangla we call it holud or haldi. So, and the dose of curcumin in these antiviral terms is about it's very small, like a quarter of a teaspoon, quarter, or maybe 1/5 of a teaspoon. So till now we had what do you say, like cinnamaldehyde, 1 teaspoon, then piperine. In Bangla we call it golmorich, and the granules or the powder of golmorich, it has also the dose of 1 teaspoon, and curcumin, the turmeric, the haldi or the holud, it should be used as powder as 1/4 or 1/5 teaspoon. And then we have the glycyrrhizin or glycyrrhizin and the glyceratinic acid, which is found in licorice, and in Bangla we call it the joshti madhu. Okay, so what does this do? The glyceraldehyde, or sorry, the glycyrrhizin or glyceratinic acid, what does it do? Like for example, you may look for journals, but I'm just making the whole thing short over here. Look, for example, this is your cell, and this is the virus, and this is the RNA which is already injected, for example, into your cell. So what will now happen? What will happen is that you remember that ribosome will sit over here, then producing RNA dependent RNA polymerase. Then this RNA dependent RNA polymerase will take over this RNA and causes the replication of this RNA, producing new RNAs. Okay, glycerrhetinic acid and glyceraldehyde acts here that they prevent the replication of the RNA. Okay, now so the glycerrhetinic acid or the glycerrhetinic acid and glycyrrhizin is found in glycyrrhiza or licorice, and in Bangla we call it joshtimodhu. Okay. Okay, now let's go to flavonoids and polyphenols, which is a very good source of antioxidants, and it's also cytotoxic, and it also causes the disruption of the RNAs inside your body. Its cytotoxicity can be compared with many chemotherapeutic drugs. Okay, many chemotherapeutic drugs like cisplatin, the oxaliplatin, and vincristine, and etc. etc. 5-fluorouracil. Okay, so flavonoids and polyphenols, these are the things that that causes the that are extremely important as antioxidants. Like, for example, a cell of your body is already damaged or destroyed by the virus, so this would cause the release of many harmful chemicals or free radicals from these cells. The flavonoids and the polyphenols, they would act as antioxidants, and they would cause the inhibition or absorption or neutralization of all these released harmful chemicals. And also they might potentially act to disrupt the viral RNA, but I'm not sure about the fact. It might also inhibit our body's RNA, so that your body might not be able to synthesize many important proteins. But that will not be a problem, because if you are inhaling if you are taking flavonoids and polyphenols, and at the same time if you take the protein supplement, I think that would not be that would solve the problem of destroying our body's RNA. But when virus entered your body, we must target that the RNA of the virus has to be destroyed. So that purpose may also be fulfilled by the use of flavonoids and polyphenols, which are highly oxidizing, which are antioxidants. Okay, so, and they prevent the organ damage, and they might potentially act against the RNA, disrupting the structure of RNA. Okay, and the source of flavonoid and polyphenol is the honey, the bee honey. Okay, and in Bangla we called modhu, which is in Bangladesh, which is found in the Sundarban, in the beehives. Okay. Okay, so these ingredients, I'm summarizing it. So black pepper powder, a half teaspoon, curcumin, 1/4 teaspoon or 1/5 of a teaspoon, then cinnamaldehyde, the cinnamon or the darchini, It's 1 teaspoon. Okay, the turmeric is the holud. The glycyrrhiza or licorice is the jushtimodhu. It's a half teaspoon, and flavonoids or polyphenols or the honey, it is 3 teaspoonful. Okay, 3 teaspoonful. I'm sorry. Okay, so, and at the same time, what you would do is that you would mix all these ingredients together in 250 ml water and 250 ml lukewarm water. And if you suspect that you have a confirmed attack from flu virus, like and also maybe the COVID, the coronavirus, then what I would suggest you is to drink the whole 250 ml preparation twice a day. Okay, and if you think that you don't have, then this is my personal opinion, that since you are, suppose you are living inside in an environment in which the virus may spread through the air, or anyhow it may get into your body very easily. So as a purpose of of natural passive immunization or a passive immunization, you might consume the 2 teaspoon of this mixture, or sorry, 1 teaspoon of this mixture thrice daily, just 1 teaspoon. And if you are confirmed that you have been attacked by the virus, then consume the whole of the solution twice a day. Okay, and just to prevent yourself from the flu attack until the pandemic goes totally off, I would suggest you to take 1 teaspoon of the mixture thrice daily. And in addition, it's better that in the morning time, if you take or if you chew up just a peeled seed of garlic, in Bangla we called roshun, okay, in garlic once in the morning, because this garlic has got the compound allicin, which is quickly converted to sulfur compounds, and the sulfur compound shows the antimicrobial activity. Okay, and garlic has got many other components, like many other components. I just don't remember them right now, but these components also acts against any cardiovascular damage that might be the result of viral attack. Okay, so that's all for today. This video is just made to spread the observations that I have made in the past few days on studying the various phytochemical ingredients, because the situation of coronavirus pandemic is going worse day by day. So I think this video would help, and I would suggest everyone to start consuming the mixture. And again, I repeat, this is just from my personal research interest. Okay, if anybody of you have any question regarding the information I gave, please write the question in the comment box, and I will try to answer. Okay, I'm before going off, I'm repeating it again that this is just my personal observation. Okay, I am using it, my family is using it. Then why I have done this? Because first of all, I have thought about my family, that currently there is no active medicine against coronavirus. Okay, So to protect my family, I had to do my personal research to make a preparation that might save my family and the people around me. Okay, so this research was just made from an urge. It's not to it's not to make me popular or something like that, or make me a celebrity. No, 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 not like that. I just thought about the safety of people, the safety of my family, the safety of my loved ones. That's it. Okay. Okay, so that's all. Thank you, everyone. And one thing more, if you don't find licorice or joshti modhu, then you might use ginger as an alternate, but the dose of ginger is quite high, and ginger also contains many other components. So I prefer that you find licorice or joshti modhu before using ginger as an alternate. Okay, thank you.